Changing your core belief systems, which have been neurologically imprinted in the brain, is probably the hardest thing to do.
No, that's the part that's so
Okay,
wonderful.
okay, good.
That's a belief in itself.
Okay,
That's the
thank
first,
you,
it's a,
thank you.
if I believe change is hard,
Okay,
and my life is a confirmation of my belief,
right.
then when I try to change my belief, it's going to be a very hard and difficult thing
All
to do.
right, change is easy. Thank you, thank
There
you.
you go. It's very critical. Why is there a problem? And the problem is this. We talk about the mind controlling biology. I go, yeah, but the mind is not a single entity. The mind is two entities. A conscious, creative mind connected to your spirituality. Who you are is an energy specific to you that is partly located in, or at least received in your, what are called the prefrontal cortex, right behind your forehead, where consciousness resides. And I go, okay, so consciousness is part of the mind. I go, yeah, but the mind that was there before consciousness evolved was called the subconscious mind. Why? It works without you thinking about it. It's automatic. It's a habit mind. I go, good. Then I say, oh, well, then the mind is actually two interdependent components, a conscious mind and a subconscious. And I go, now that's where the problem comes from, because if you say the mind is a unity, then you fail to understand there are two parts. And why is it important to understand that? And here's the answer. Because each mind, conscious and subconscious, has a different function, and more importantly, they learn in different ways. So it says, oh, you can educate the conscious mind, but in any way did that change the subconscious program? I go, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I say, oh, well then, here's what the problem is. We keep educating the conscious mind. I say, how? Well, this program of yours, Alan, for years has been educating people's conscious mind. I say lectures, you go to a lecture, you get education. You watch a video program, you get education. You can get an education by going, aha, I just got a new idea. I just changed my conscious mind. I say, oh, good. So you can educate the conscious mind. I say, yeah, for example, I say, how many people read a self-help book? And in an audience, everybody hands go up. And I go, and how many of you has your life changed after you finish reading the book? And most of the hands go down. I go, well,
How do we
you
change the
understood the nature of the
subconscious
book.
mind?
What's
Yes,
that?
that's the question. How do we change the subconscious mind?
Because you can only teach it in the way it learns, not the way the conscious mind learns. And that's what the difference is. Reading the book educated the conscious mind. Did it educate the subconscious? No, it didn't work in that way. So you're still operating from the same program. I said, well, if I want to change the subconscious, how do I do it? I said, well, you have to understand how the subconscious learns. And there are three fundamental ways the subconscious learns. The first is, during the first 7 years of your life, your subconscious was downloading programs because your brain activity, EEG, was in a lower vibration than consciousness as predominant state. It was in theta. Theta is imagination. Yeah, but that's, you see, that's the character of children. They can mix the real world and the imaginary world together seamlessly. Why? Because their brain is operating in theta. And I go, yeah, but theta is also hypnosis. Theta is hypnosis, meaning the first 7 years, you're in a state of hypnosis. I said, what do you mean? It's like, well, your brain is like a video camera. Everything it sees, it downloads the behavior. You watch your mother, you get her behavior. You watch your father, you get his behavior. You watch your siblings, you get their behavior. You watch your community. For 7 years, you are being programmed with behavior. You're not creating with consciousness. That's not a predominant brain state until after 7. First 7 years is download. And I go, okay, so how did I get it? Well, the first 7 years you learned because your brain was in a state of hypnosis.
Right.
You want to learn again using hypnosis? Then every night as you go to bed, you put some earphones on your head and you listen to a recorded message. Why? Because as you're going from conscious levels, which are higher vibrations in EEG, to delta, which is sleep, you pass through theta. Theta is imagination. So just as you're going out unconscious, essentially in sleep, your brain is kicking into theta. So if you put the earphones on, listen to a program, then that information is not going into the conscious mind, it's going into the subconscious mind. Now that's how you can change a program.